The Caribbean is not supposed to be a place where global powers collide. Yet a single strategic move by Russia has shifted the balance and forced the United States into rapid recalculation. What was once viewed as a calm maritime corridor has transformed into a stage for geopolitical pressure, where Venezuela becomes the center of attention. Russia projects influence far from home, and the United States quietly fortifies its watch. The world senses something different in the air, as questions arise about whether this is the most sensitive moment in the Caribbean since the era of missile brinkmanship, and what this sudden rise in tension means for global stability as the year moves forward. This is not merely a headline, but a deeper shift in strategic posture that demands a closer look. The surface-level narrative often oversimplifies the situation by portraying Russia as a military partner to Venezuela. Venezuela as a struggling nation seeking allies, and the United States as the guardian of regional influence. The reality is far more layered. Venezuela holds an irreplaceable geographic position along one of the most critical corridors in the Caribbean, a region Washington has always treated as vital to its national security perimeter. For Russia, a presence in Venezuela is not only about economics, but about symbolism, signaling, and global reach. It is a reminder that Moscow is capable of projecting influence beyond its immediate neighborhood. This is why the relationship between Russia and Venezuela extends far past oil interests. It is a geopolitical chess match where every move carries weight and every gesture has meaning. The question that drives the entire situation is rooted in intent and capability. Why would Russia invest energy in expanding its presence in South America while simultaneously navigating conflicts and economic pressures elsewhere? Part of the motivation lies in projecting strength. Russia seeks to remind its adversaries and its allies that it still has partners willing to cooperate on the global stage. Another factor is strategic balancing. As the United States strengthens its position near Russia's borders, Moscow seeks opportunities to position itself closer to areas that Washington considers sensitive. This is not a preparation for direct confrontation, but a calculated political signal designed to influence perception and bargaining power. The American perspective remains anchored in long-standing doctrine. The Caribbean is not simply a region, but a strategic shield, a maritime gateway, and a symbolic boundary of influence. Any foreign military presence, particularly one from a rival power, is interpreted as a challenge to stability. The United States does not need dramatic declarations to express concern. A shift in naval patrol patterns, intensified drone surveillance, and enhanced satellite observation is already a clear message that every foreign movement in the Caribbean is being watched. Many assume Russia's moves in Venezuela indicate a large military buildup. Reality suggests otherwise. Russia lacks the logistical capacity to expand deeply into the region at a sustained level, especially while managing ongoing pressures elsewhere. Its actions are symbolic, yet symbols in geopolitics can be powerful. Misinterpretation of signals can create rapid escalation, even when no side intends conflict. If Russia increases cooperation with Venezuela by supporting radar upgrades, training pilots, or improving port facilities, the United States will interpret these actions as attempts to alter regional balance. Washington's response would naturally escalate through increased patrols and enhanced intelligence operations. The tension created by such moves would not require battles or direct confrontation. The psychological weight alone could shake markets and unsettle diplomatic channels. In geopolitics, perception is often as powerful as action. Imagine a scenario in which Russia decides to send a pair of naval vessels for what it describes as a routine port visit in Venezuela. Official language presents it as ordinary cooperation, yet in the Caribbean, such a move carries immense psychological and strategic impact. The United States immediately shifts intelligence assets toward the region. Latin American governments raise their alertness. International media amplifies the situation as if an escalation is imminent. Energy markets react with caution, and global analysts begin dissecting the motives behind the deployment. Both Russia and the United States understand the risks. Neither side seeks a direct confrontation in the Caribbean. What they really seek is leverage, influence, and the ability to shape narratives. A port visit becomes more than a diplomatic courtesy. It becomes a message, a signal, and a strategic reminder of presence. This is what turns a calm region into a zone of heightened geopolitical attention. Public speculation often drifts toward dramatic scenarios involving direct attacks or large military operations launched from Venezuelan territory. Such ideas belong more to fiction than to feasible strategy. The distance is too great, the logistics too complex, and the United States maintains overwhelming strategic dominance in the Caribbean. Russia is focused on its primary conflict zone, and Venezuela lacks the infrastructure to support large-scale foreign operations. What is actually taking place is a contest of influence. Venezuela seeks political protection. Russia wants to display relevance on the global stage, and the United States aims to safeguard regional security. This competition does not require open conflict to generate tension. Perception, messaging, and positioning are powerful enough to shape global reactions. The growing tension among Russia, Venezuela, and the United States is not about preparing for war. It is about narrative control, strategic leverage, and the constant recalibration of power in one of the most sensitive regions of the Western Hemisphere. Russia wants to prove its reach. Venezuela wants to demonstrate it is not isolated. The United States wants to maintain a stable Caribbean, where external influence does not erode its strategic advantage. These dynamics will continue shaping global headlines as every movement produces new interpretations and every signal triggers new calculations. A new question now emerges as attention widens beyond Venezuela. There is another territory in the Western Hemisphere that is quietly drawing interest not only from Russia but also from China. This territory could become the next major flashpoint and may redefine the balance of power in the region. That unfolding story will be the focus of the next video, where the stakes are even higher and the strategies even more dynamic.